Hey y'all, welcome to the Quimby Chronicles, where real life gets real honest. I'm your host Traci, mama, storyteller, truth teller, and woman learning out loud. Every week we peel back the layers of motherhood, womanhood, healing, and everything in between. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's heavy, but it's always from the heart. On today's episode, we're talking about Pride Month. Not just the rainbows and parades. We're getting into what it really means to show up for our LGBTQ plus fam when the hashtags fade and the party's over. I'm sharing some real life lessons, a few hard truths, and the ways that we can all be better, braver, and louder in our allyship. Not just in June, but all year long. You ready? Let's get into it. Hey y'all, and welcome back to the Quimby Chronicles, where we keep it real, we keep it warm, and we keep it rolling with love, grace, and a little good sense. Well, I'm your host, Traci, your favorite mama friend in your ears, and today we're closing out June with a little love note, a little challenge, and a whole lot of honesty. So let me start off by saying this. I love Pride Month. I love the celebration. I love the color. I love the community. And most of all, I love the unapologetic joy. You know, there's just something powerful about seeing people walk in their truth. And that's what pride is about. It's having pride, in the ability to walk in your truth. So I love it. Seeing people walk in their truth out loud, on purpose, and without shame, there's definitely power in that. There's power in visibility, and there's power in joy. That joy that we see people experience out loud. It's just so powerful and contagious sometimes, right? Or is it just me? Anyway, and there's always a but. As the month wraps up and folks start switching out their rainbow filters and taking down their parade pics, I got a question. What are you doing after Pride? For real, what are you doing the other 11 months of the year? Because allyship is not seasonal. It's not a hashtag. It's not a campaign. It's a commitment. So today, I want to talk about ways that we can keep showing up, not just when it's popular during June or, Marsha P. Johnson's birthday or something like that. I want to talk about showing up when it's necessary. You ready? Let's go. All right. So let's get this part clear first. Pride is not just about flags and festivals. It's not just a party. Pride started as a protest, and we gotta start saying that out loud, especially in the Black community where we know good and well what it means to fight for your life to matter. So Pride Month came about because people like Marsha P. Johnson, who was a Black trans woman, she was out there on the front lines of the Stonewall Uprising. And pride exists not only because of people like her, but because queer people, especially queer people of color, fought long and hard and are still fighting back against systems that continue to try to erase them. Tried to erase them before and continue to try to erase them now. So we celebrate. Of course we're going to celebrate because that's what we do, but we also have to remember. We can't celebrate and forget because then we forget why we're celebrating. So, and I had to learn that for a long time. I thought Pride was just cute outfits. It was good music. It was rainbows. It wasn't until I really sat down with some queer friends and listened to their stories that I started to understand how really deep this goes. I've heard countless people over the years, oh, it's a trend. Oh, it's this. Oh, they're just trying to figure out who they are. They don't know who they are yet. All kind of rhetoric. But it's not. It's not a trend. This is survival. This is identity. This is freedom. So let me tell you a story real quick. The first time that I realized I wasn't where I should be on my allyship journey, I had a coworker who was sweet, very kind, just came out as non-binary. And me, trying to be supportive, was like, oh, I love you no matter what, girl. And they just paused real soft and was like, Traci, I don't use she, her anymore. Y'all, I wanted to crawl under the desk. You hear me? And I wasn't trying to be shady. Honestly, I really wasn't. It's just that I wasn't paying attention. I was just thinking of the way that I had always addressed her. So, and that was my bad. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't being intentional. And I thought I was showing love, but I was still centering what's comfortable for me and not what they were comfortable with. And they wanted to be referred to as they, them. So guess what? It's they, them. And a lot of times I'm not even gonna lie. I don't understand it a lot of the times, but at the end of the day, I feel like it's not for me to understand. This person says, hey, I want you to call me they, them. Then guess what? I'm gonna call you they, them, because that's your right to be called whatever you want. So it was that moment right there that was a turning point for me. It was definitely a turning point in allyship for me, because then I started realizing that allyship isn't about comfort, it's about caring. And we all know caring takes work. So let's talk about what allyship actually looks like. Not the brand safe version, but the real version. So, number one, it looks like listening more than you talk. Not every convo is about us. Sometimes your job is to just shut up and show up. And a lot of us, me included, have a habit of trying to empathize with the person. And, then you start talking about what you've gone through and, how you identify. And then it's like, oh, wait a minute, girl, this is not about you. Okay, it's not your turn. Number two, it looks like correcting folks, even when you feel uncomfortable doing it. Whether you're at the family barbecue or you're in your group chat, say something. And it doesn't have to be in private all the time either. I think that is a very detrimental practice that we have in the Black community, where we always address things in private. Well, you don't show out in private. You don't disrespect people in private. Oh, but then when it's time for you to be corrected or for you to learn, then you want to do it in private. Okay, got it. So no, you got to be bold in your correction the same way that people are bold with their disrespect. So you boldly disrespecting, then we're gonna have to boldly check you, is basically the the sentiment there, okay? Number three, real allyship looks like unlearning things that you were taught in love, but were actually rooted in harm. Because let me tell you something. The things that I learned in church, that I learned in school, all of it has to be held up to the light at times. And if it doesn't hold up to compassion, you might just need to let it go. There's some things that, that we're taught, and we're taught that just because it is what it is. No one asks questions, no one explains why, and it is what it is, and we go along to get along. So, yeah, definitely, no. You got to hold that stuff up to the light, and when you see the holes in it, go and let it go. So, number four, allyship looks like making space at the table. Are you inviting queer voices into your projects, your friend circles, your holiday dinners? Not just tolerating them, but celebrating them. And I will say, I will include people in whatever. Now, my friend circles, y'all already know, consists of two other people. It's a friend triangle. It ain't even a circle. So, but I don't celebrate everybody. I'm here for it. And a lot of people will tell you, well, I got it from my best friend, one of my best friends, but I support it. Okay, I am going to support it because that's what I do. So finally, let me say this. If you have more rainbow merch in your closet than you have actually queer people in your life that feel safe around you, you may need to revisit that. It's kind of given. I have 5 Black friends. What? That's what it's given. If you got more merch than you do people that feel safe around you, it's giving. I got 5 Black friends, and I love Black people, and yeah, that's what it's giving. So that's just my 2 cents, okay? And aunties, mamas, big sisters, listen up. You are your child's first mirror. The way you talk about people, the way you react to difference, that's shaping how they see the world. You are their first teacher. You are their first everything. So even if you don't have LGBTQ plus kids, your kids are going to go to school with LGBTQ plus kids. They're going to have coworkers. teammates, best friends who are queer. So how you show up now teaches them how to treat people later. So let your house be a safe space. Normalize different family types. Watch shows that have LGBTQ plus characters that doesn't turn into a lesson. Just let it be. It is what it is. It's a microcosm of the real world. And if your child ever does come out to you, the first thing out of your mouth should be love, not confusion, not judgment, not what will people think. Just love. That's it. That's the post. All right. So allyship is not a checklist, baby. Okay. It's not, well, I posted one thing, I bought a shirt, I clapped at the parade, and now I'm good. No. It's how you talk when nobody's watching. It's how you vote. It's who you platform. It's who you protect. It's the music you listen to. It's the places you spend your money. All of that goes into allyship. And just how Black people have come together and have boycotted Target all these months, we're able to come together and take care of each other. So I had to realize, I don't get it right every time, and I'm not going to get it right every time. And that's okay, as long as I'm willing to apologize, learn, and do better. Because let me tell you something, when I hear something and I'm confused, I'm going to be like, excuse me, I got a question. Okay? Because I want to know, I want to learn, and I want to do better. Because here's the real. It's not about perfection. It's about presence. It's about showing up. So here are some easy ways that you could keep showing up. Some simple ways that you could show up all year. The first thing, obvious, support LGBTQ plus businesses. Order from them, tip them well, shout them out. Use pronouns in your email signature or intro to normalize it. Follow more queer creators, diversify your feed. And I will say my feed is pretty diversified, okay? Because I got a little bit of everybody on my feed. Correct someone when they say something ignorant. Do it with love if you can, but do it. Sometimes you can't always correct people with love. Sometimes, they need a little of what they're dishing out. But if you can do it with love, do it with love. And a bonus one, stop assuming. Just stop assuming. Because you never know who's in the room. You never know who's listening. So speak with care always. My LGBTQ plus fam listening right now, thank you for your joy, for your truth, for your patience, for your fire, for existing in spaces that weren't always kind to you. You are worthy. You're necessary. You're brilliant. And this space is for you. And to those of us in the straight cis world, we got work to do. Not just in June, but all the time. And we can do it together. Before I go, let me leave you with this. Love is not performative. It's not a post. It's not a parade. It's how you show up when nobody's clapping. It's how you protect people who can't always protect themselves. It's how you unlearn. It's how you apologize. It's how you start over and try again. If you love someone, really love someone, you don't disappear when the party's over. So even though Pride Month is ending, the love, the fight, the visibility, that all stays. It all stays even once the party goes away. Let's show up like it. That's it for this chapter of the Quimby Chronicles. Keep growing, keep glowing. I'll catch you next time.